Yeah, so the book opens in the introduction with Dom in the Jabari Valley, which is the place that he was killed. It opens with this trip with him with Bruno Pereira, and this was the last trip of this book project. So when he was shot, he was 30 minutes away from town, and then he was going to get on another boat to go to another town, and then he was going to get on an airplane, go to Manaus, the big giant megalopolis in the middle of the Amazon that's just freakish. You should look it up. It's just like the wildest city. And then go to back home, Quesale, sit in his office, for 3 months and just finish this book, which is just like, so much makes it more tragic and sadder. And so he had so much work done. It was so organized. It was so well structured. He's an incredibly organized guy. Much better at organization than cryptography, thankfully. It made it much easier to get all of his files. And so he had all these dozens and dozens of interviews, and each of them was connected to each chapter, and he had outlines for each one, but as the chapters went on, the files started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So by the time we got to the one that I did, which is one of the last ones, he had like 5 links. One of them was an article I wrote, and he had told me, I have no fucking idea what I'm going to do for this chapter. Which was a lot easier for me because it gave me more freedom of motion. But for the ones that were right after the ones that he stopped, I made you cry, I'm so sorry, that he had much more working on. It was really difficult as an author to think about, how am I going to do this chapter? Am I going to try to do ghost whispering and channel Dom and what he would have done, which is going to be terrible. You're never going to be able to do as well as he could. It's just going to be bizarre. And so we realized that everybody had to do their own chapter with their voice, but we chose authors that knew him, that cared for him, and were very dedicated to honoring his vision.